Hey Clear Lake peeps, Ross England here with Clear Lake Guide Service. I'm going to give you your fishing or your lake report for November 17th, 2022. This will be your last report prior to Thanksgiving Day. I thought all I've been doing today is killing time. This is the second day I've been out here this week and I haven't landed a fish yet. Although at least today it's beautiful. So I'm gonna fish. I'm gonna try to walk and chew gum at the same time. Try to fish and talk to you folks at the same time. So let's hit the big stuff. We'll switch it up a little bit. Upcoming activities this next weekend. Saturday, Sunday, there is a permit pulled for an event called Bass and Tubes. So I'm assuming what that is a float tube event. The permits are for both days, so I don't know how big an event that is. I don't know how much it may or may not get in people's way, but that's what's scheduled. Lake level is minus, we'll just round it off and call it minus 2.5, which is pretty much the same as it was last week, and actually almost the week before. I think it was minus 2.6. Launch ramps, the ones down at Clear Lake Oaks and in Lakeport Fifth Street are both in good shape. I haven't talked to anybody or heard of anybody having any issues in either one of them. When they came in and did the cleanup and did the gravel dump at 3rd Street, they actually opened one side of that launch ramp, and I'm not sure why, but they reclosed it. You can still launch a car topper there, or you could launch a kayaks or float tubes there. But for whatever reason, it didn't take long and they closed off that one. So 5th Street is fine. This morning, as an example, I launched and I went way deeper than I've been going. So when I floated the boat off my trailer this morning, and again, I've got a little tandem axle trailer, my front axle was beyond that red line that's marked on the dock. So, and I could not tell any difference at all backing in or pulling out, whether I was on cement or I was on the rock. So again, kudos to the people who were involved in extending that ramp out. I can safely say that as long as you're using the left-hand side going down the ramp at 5th Street, you're going to be good all winter long, no matter whether we get any rain or not. So that was really good. No, like I said, no other information from Clear Lake Oaks other than I saw a report from Bob Tyler. He watched a guy launch a pretty good sized bass boat and they didn't have any problems at all. So launching's in good shape at those two ramps. Water clarity is just bleh. It doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look good. It's definitely not clear. It's just meh. I don't know any other way to put it. Water temperature right now where I'm sitting, this is the warmest I've been all day, is 58 degrees. It started out at high 55, low 56 this morning going out of Lakeport. So surprisingly, you can find a couple degrees difference as you roam around the lake. Overall though, the conditions really weren't bad. I'm seeing less and less weeds and grass. I didn't hardly run into any today. I've been watching one particular patch down mid-lake and it's still hanging in there. So there's still some around, and I know if I got around over into Nice, I would expect to still see a lot over there. I just haven't seen any, haven't been there today. I'll probably get there next trip out, because all I've done over the last couple days this week is just tell myself where there's no fish. So I got to keep moving around and fishing stuff that's different. So you got your activities, you got water temperature, you got water clarity, you got launch ramps. You know, honestly, that's just about it. Talk about the fishing a little bit. Jim and I got out first part of the week, but unfortunately we got blown off the water after 2.5 hours. We did not catch a fish. I'm out here today. I've been out here since 9:30, and see, it doesn't help you if I don't tell you what time it is. It's a little after 2:30 right now, and I have not gotten a bite. I can't say that. I have not landed a fish. So to me, that's pretty tough fishing. I did, when I was drop shotting, I did have one take where, you know, a fish just ripped the worm off the hook. I don't know what it was. I spent a lot of time today in some areas just, you know, looking with my graphs and just trying to figure out, are there fish here and I'm just not catching them. You know, I haven't really seen a huge pile of bait anywhere. I've seen some individual small schools of bait, you know, little balls, but you know, last week and the week before, late in the day, you could see quite a few silver sides pretty active up shallow, and I haven't seen that this week, so I don't know what's going on with that. It could be just the water temperature has changed as much as it has. So I remain a little bit nervous about what's going on with the lake, because I'm not seeing any. I've gone into some areas looking for schools of crappie, and I've not seen them. I'm just not seeing a whole lot of fish, and most importantly, I'm just not seeing a whole lot of bait. So, you know, I actually have not talked to anybody in the last couple of weeks who's been out fishing, so I don't know if it's just me that stinks or if everybody's having the same issue. Right now, it's not fun for me to come out here. So, but I know there's a lot of people that come up on Thanksgiving week, Thanksgiving weekend. You know, people around the lake who have houses, cabins, you know, what have you, weekend places. Hopefully the weather's good for everybody. It doesn't look like it's supposed to get nasty until potentially next Monday or Tuesday. We haven't had, for all the quote-unquote storms, we haven't had any meaningful rainfall, so it's really kind of weird. I mean, if you look at our oak trees, I know I'm getting off subject of the lake, but it's still all kind of tied in, but you look at our oak trees in our yard, we still have all kinds of green leaves. Last couple of years, most of those leaves have been down and gone by now, and it's been cold in our house just because we still have a lot of shade being put out by a couple of big oak trees. So, you know, with this water temperature, there should be a ripbait bite somewhere. Honestly, my wrist is too trash to go out and try to do it. There's probably an LV bite somewhere, and honestly, my wrist is too trash to try to do it. So I'm gonna have to kind of take it easy getting through this winter and see how things go, which is gonna be an awful lot easier if the fishing keeps stinking like this. So we're gonna call it a day. Well, we're not gonna call it a day, but we'll call it the report. And looking forward to your comments. We'll try to talk to you next week. Have a good one.